Okay, questions, please? Number one, Jen, go ahead.
Oh, goodness, Ben.
You said it was very stressful out there. How are you feeling to be through it? And your relief at the end seemed pretty palpable.
Yeah, I'm very happy to be through. Obviously, a little rocky in the second set, but I thought I started off well, and I played a solid match, so I was happy with that. And the fight was good throughout, so really pleased.
Sloane said she felt like it was a few points, just especially in the second set, that could have gone either way, that you closed out, and she didn't, obviously. Is that what your feeling was, too, where it was just those tiny little things that you were doing to help you kind of push past her?
Yeah, I think my fight was good, but I thought that there were some points that were very crucial, like in the second, and when you win or lose those points, sometimes it's even, sometimes, like, that's just how the matches go, but I think, yeah, she's right. It was a few points in the second that really kind of changed the match.
In the back?
You've always been a great big match player, but do you feel like your career is different? You're playing better this half of your career than before you left with the injury?
Well, obviously, I've had my best results after my injury, so you could say, yeah. I'm definitely older, more mature. A lot of things that happened in my life and my career and what have you. But I think, yeah, I'm playing well now, and definitely different than last year, coming in as a higher seed, and last year unranked. Like, just a lot of things have changed, but just happy with the progress I've made over the year.
Is that coaching, or is that?
I think that's just growing up.
Sloane, congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
Compared to your early meetings with Vika, what's been the biggest factor in your recent success against her?
Oh, well, I think the first couple times I played her, I was like the young gun, just happy to be on the court with someone who was ranked number 1 in the world or had won a Grand Slam already, and it just, the tables were turned. And I think, obviously, as a younger player, playing someone who's ranked number 1 in the world or has had amazing results when you're playing them at 20, 21 years old, it's a bit different. And obviously, when I kind of like when I played Kalinin, what's her name?
Kalina.
That's how you say her name? Okay, when I played her, it was different because I was like the older one, she was the younger one, and it was just like the matchup is different. And I think when I played Azarenka the first couple times, it was more like that. And like I said, I was just happy to be on the court with her and competing and pushing her and, you know, playing good points and things like that, and not necessarily expecting to win. But now I'm in a position where I fully believe that I can win the match, and I go out there ready to execute and ready to play, and I think that kind of changes the dynamic of the match.
What was it about Mertens that was tough at Cincinnati, and what were your expectations for this time?
I think I was extremely tired coming off of Montreal, obviously. At set points in the first, I actually didn't play bad, but obviously when you don't execute well, like mentally I was just a little bit tired. I was fried. So what day? Sunday? What did I say? Sunday, I'll just go out and play my best, or try to play my best, obviously, and my legs feel a lot better than they did on whatever day I played her, I'll tell you that much. So I'll just go out and do my best and try to execute the game plan that my coach gives me and see what happens. She's a good player, so anything can happen.
What makes her a good player? What specifically is strongest in her game, do you think?
I didn't really dwell on the match too much and go back and look at it. I just was kind of over it because I was ready to move on, so I don't have any exact details at the moment. But I know that she competed well, and she had a good serve. I don't know.
How, with that little break there in the second set with the roof closing, how did that help you either from a physical standpoint or a mental standpoint in terms of maybe resetting and coming out strong after that for the rest of the match?
Yeah, I changed my dress and I was like, all right, keep fighting, keep going, keep playing. That was pretty much it. And then I've won the next 3 games, but I think I played some really good points in those games, so I was happy with that. I played much better those last 3 games. Don't think it was much of the roof closing, but more just like kind of refocusing. But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Hey Sloane, after Lena won the Australian Open, she famously looked to her team and said to her agent, "Hey, thanks, you make me rich." You've had these incredible...
I feel that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So you've had all these incredible endorsement contracts since the big win here last year. What goes through your mind when your management team comes to you and say, hey, we're doing Mercedes, we're doing chocolate milk, all this stuff? What do you feel about that whole incredible wealth that's coming your way?
I'm obviously grateful for the opportunity that I'm in the position to be an ambassador for all these great companies, but I think anyone would be happy to sign with Mercedes or Chocolate Milk and all the great companies that I'm with. Obviously, making money is what everyone wants to do, so thankful for that as well. I don't think there's not much to complain about. We're just happy that the direct deposit hits on time.
Sloane, it's a bit cooler out now, maybe an opportunity to walk more than a block without having to run back into the AC, or is it this point in the tournament that you want to just really decompress and conserve your energy?
Oh, no, I think now that the weather's better, like normally I would go out in the afternoon just to not stay in the hotel for like 8 hours straight. Like that one day I was in the hotel for like 8 hours straight because I was like, it's too hot outside. So, yeah, I'll probably take an afternoon stroll, maybe go get like a hot chocolate or something, or I don't know, just do something.
Is there a neighborhood in particular that you like in Manhattan, or just close by where you're staying?
No, I stay very local. I stay within a 5-block radius. That's it.
Any thoughts on Venus versus Serena tonight?
I think it'll be a great match. Obviously, their 30th time playing, which is pretty insane. I don't know how they do it. If I had to play my sister, I'd be like, I don't even know. So I think it'll be a great match. I'll definitely be watching. Probably get some Pinkberry or something, some Haagen-Dazs, something, and just plop on the couch and get ready for a good show.
Sloane, can you talk about the importance of finding the right team? Because you changed it up for a while, but you've been pretty settled with this team and how that is such a big asset.
Yeah, I think you gotta just stick with what you know. Sometimes a lot of people panic and fire their coach and they need to change and whatever, and there are times where I absolutely do not want to speak to my coach, and I think he's like the worst person on the planet, but he helps me win and he knows what's best for me, so you kind of just have to go with that. Obviously, we're not gonna always be best friends and like each other, and I'm gonna think some things he's doing is wrong, he's gonna think some things I'm doing is wrong, but at the end of the day, when you have someone that you have good chemistry with, they know you, you know them, and you know that they have your best interest, it's kind of like you're not gonna get rid of the person just because you lost a match, right? I think it's a little bit bigger than that, and I think that's definitely helped me in the last, how long I've been with Kamau, 3 years now. I think that's definitely helped my career settle more and be balanced because I've had a consistent voice, I'd say, and I think just with everyone in my team, I've kept the same people around, and I think that's really helped me. It's super important.
Congratulations. Regarding Venus and Serena, I want to ask you, do you consider it a blessing or a curse that they need to play each other, and how would you describe their rivalry?
Obviously another opportunity for them to play. It's unfortunate someone has to win, someone has to lose, but obviously one of the greatest rivalries of all time, two of the greatest players to ever play tennis, the sport, for not only for women's tennis, but women athletes all over the world. I think they've been obviously two great role models and great ambassadors. So, yeah, I think it'll be a good match. Any match they play, they represent women across the world, and I think that's, it's definitely a blessing that they've been able to do that.
Last two questions, Ben.
You mentioned spending a lot of time at your hotel. Just curious how you pick I know you have a partnership with the hotel here this year. I'm just curious how you go about picking a New York hotel and what you're looking for.
I don't know. Ask John. I don't know. I just go where there's a bed and AC, and that's where I lay my head.
Here's the last question.
Sloane, is there something last year that you maybe learned about managing this tournament, either your time or your expectations, whatever, that you want to make sure you do this tournament, or that you've really thought back on and said, man, that really worked well for me, I want to do that again, other than winning?
Other than that, no, honestly, just kind of every tournament is different, and obviously from here, last year a lot has happened, and I've played a lot of tournaments. I've been in really big moments, and I think just learning from every experience, where being in another final or semifinal, quarterfinal, like every experience is different. But I think at every tournament, when you find a good rhythm and something that works for you, you should just keep at it. It's never going to be easy. There's going to be a lot of adversity. Sometimes there's going to be traffic, and then you miss your breakfast time, and like things happen. But I think how you adjust and are able to find the right balance is what kind of at the end of the day is what helps you.
Thank you, everyone.